your overall experience is 1 year, right?
1 year and 6 months.
Okay. All belongs to one company or?
Yes, yes, one company.
You know the technologies of Java, Spring Boot, and Hibernate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can you explain fail fast iterator and fail safe iterator?
I just checked that one. Sorry, I don't remember that one.
Okay.
I just read that one.
What do you work with collections? Collections in a project? Okay. What are the collections? Do you know? What are the collections? Do you know?
List and sets and map.
Okay. What is the difference between?
Sorry.
What is the difference between array list and linked list?
See, linked list, the way of implementation is different. Because linked list will have the address of the next node, but array list will not maintain any address of the next element. Okay, this is how it is different. Almost everything is same. Both are not synchronized.
What is what is session management in Java?
Session management.
Yes.
Session management. Session management means because it is like maintaining a user session of user session. I don't know what the exact meaning, but I can say like maintaining a session of a user, like whoever is logged in till he logs in, right? And we can maintain a session of a user, a particular user. That is how I can explain it. Exact definition part I have. We can create a session.
Okay. What is thread?
Thread.
Yes.
Is that thread, man?
Yes, thread.
It's a class in Java. Like, instead of creating a process for every request, we can create threads using thread class in Java, so that we can run multiple tasks in parallel.
Okay. What are the ways for? Only by extending thread class you can able to create, or any other ways for creating thread class?
We can, yes, we can we can also create a class. We can implement it by using we can also create that thread by implementing another method.
What is method overloading?
There are two ways by.
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
Method overloading.
So we can create it by using two ways. One is by extending thread class, and by implementing the run.
Okay, that's okay. What is method overloading?
Okay, method overloading. Method overloading means with the same name, writing multiple methods with the same name, but with the different parameters. But signature will be same. Whatever the name, like void add with two parameters, and parameters are different.
In what do you know the superclass and subclass, right?
Yes.
How will you create a subclass?
By extending the class superclass.
Okay.
By extending.
If you are having a subclass, in that you are defining a method. In that, if you want to call the superclass method, what is the keyword you will use?
Super dot the method.
Okay. What is the difference between this and super?
This refers to the current class. Whatever the class we are in at that moment. This refers to the current class, whereas super refers to the super class, like extended class. That's super class. It's super class. The base class.
Okay. What is JDK, JRE, and JVM?
Huh?
What is JDK, JRE, and JVM?
JDK is a development toolkit now for the Java. Like where we can create applications using that JDK. And whereas JRE is the runtime environment for the Java applications. Okay. Whereas this JVM is the virtual machine which runs or executes our code. Our Java. Which converts it into the understandable language.
Can we overload a static method?
No, I don't think so. No, I've never done that, but no,
Okay. What is Hibernate?
It's an object relation mapping technology. Using that technology, we can use the Java plain objects to store it in the DB. It's an ORM technology. Hibernate is an ORM technology which is used for object relation mapping with the databases, which is used for connecting to DB and storing data in the DB. We can use that. And we can also create that sessions using the Hibernate technology.
Okay. Consider a program. Okay. Is that program is a array list? Okay. And
Array list.
yeah. And the array list contains duplicates. And if I want to remove the duplicates, what can I do?
Remove the duplicates of an array list.
Yes.
One thing we can compare each element with, but we can check the existence of that element. We can compare it with each index of that element, and we can do that. You get it, right? We can compare each index with all the elements in the array list itself, and that way we can delete the element. And okay. We have no methods. Yes, ma'am. We can check that either way. You can take and you can compare that particular element with all the other elements in the array list, and you can, if that is found, we can delete that. We have a method which also provides the occurrence of that element in a particular array list, how many times it is.
Okay. What is the difference between array list and set?
Array list and set.
Yes.
Array list can have duplicate elements, basically level. Sets will not allow duplicate elements.
hash map?
Hash map is like it's a class and like a part of collections framework and which stores the values in a key value pair. Yeah. So it will have a key and it will have a value. It's kind of dictionary implementation in collections framework. It implements a map interface.
Okay. How does Spring Boot works?
Spring Boot.
Yes.
Like, I didn't get it exactly, man. Can you just elaborate like how springs and what changed for us? In what way?
Okay.
Basically, whatever we do, right, when we start an Spring Boot application, you can correct me, man, if I'm not answering the exact answer, so you can okay, but whenever we start a Spring Boot application, the Spring container takes the control of it, which creates all the beans and whatever they are, like we have manipulated with the component or any other like configuration annotations. It will take the control from us and it will create a bean, string bean for us and it will provide us the Spring Boot beans. Like we can that part, but when it running means we can run it as a simple Java application as well.
Okay. What are all the annotations do you know in Spring Boot?
Spring Boot. We have a configuration annotation, a component we have, repository we have, service, at service we have, and path variable, a request body, response body, a response status annotations. There are many annotations. These are few.
Okay.
And there is Spring Boot application is also there. Sorry.
Okay. Already we have a Spring ABC, right? Why we are moving to Spring Boot? What is the special in Spring Boot?
Spring MVC is also like say that the Spring MVC also like it will also implement the REST-based applications same way. There are some drawbacks with that. I don't remember the next one.
Okay. In Spring Boot, more are components are auto configuration, right? So if I want to disable some auto configuration, what can I do?
We can exclude it by giving the annotation. We can exclude that as particular configuration class which provides the data configuration. We have that enable auto configuration annotation. We can exclude it there. Then second, say like when we are implementing that string security concepts, right? By providing that enable security annotation, that when we add the dependency itself, it will by default enable some string security mechanism, right? For that we can exclude that using the exclude property of that annotation. Spring Boot application. We can add that string security configuration class under exclude properties. Under Spring Boot application in brackets we can write that exclude property. And that way we can
Okay.
I think
Uh,
confusing, but
mm, okay. The default port of Spring Boot is 8080, right?
yes,
If I want to change the port number to 8081 or 8082 means what can I do?
we have a property map. We can write it in the application properties file, server.port. Whatever the port you want to give, we can provide it there. Using this property, we can change the default port of the Spring Boot application.
Okay. What is the difference between REST controller and controller in Spring Boot?
At the rate REST controller is basically used for the REST-based implementation. Whenever we are calling a REST endpoint, for that controller class we will add this REST controller annotation. But whereas for the Spring MVC applications, we use this controller, other controller. And whenever we give this other controller, by default, whenever you call some endpoint, API endpoint, we will expect some view. Right? What I'm trying to say that we have a method which returns some string, right? Which has it is in a class which has annotated with the header controller. When you return this string is considered as a view. It will search for the view. But whereas in the REST controller, it is different. It is considered as an object. You got it right?
Okay. In case of address controller place, if I use add controller, will it work?
Yes, ma'am, it will work. But what will happen is like that is a scenario, like I'm saying, right? Whenever you're returning a string, then actually it will search for the view. This is happened for me one of my projects. So yeah, it will work, but maybe we need to handle the views.
Have you worked with address controller with web services?
Yes, address controller.
Okay. What all the request have you received in address controller? How will you handle the request and response?
Yes, mappings or get mapping. We have post mapping. We have put mapping, delete mapping. These four I have worked with majorly. There are some other dash, but I have not worked.
What are all the
Majorly I work with these four.
okay.
Sorry.
What are the features of Hypernet? How Hypernet works?
Hibernate is used for it's an object relational mapping technology, right? So it will, whatever you are pushing to the whatever you want to store it in the DB, we will pass it as an object to the Hibernate, and it will pass the data and it will store it in the database accordingly, the given page. This is how it works. We also have some caching and session management technologies also. Like session management is also available in Hibernate.
Okay. What?
But really, I've not used Hibernate, but I've used JPA, data JPA.
Okay. How JPA works? How it differ from Hypernet?
There are many like JPA is also built on top of Hibernate. Like, I mean, whatever the functionality that are available in the Hibernate, they are also available in the JPA also.
Okay.
But apart from that, JPA also has some additional features like we have an, I can say that we don't need to write the queries. It will automatically write the queries for few of the methods. Like if you say find by ID, we have a default implementation for that. And if you want to get it by some field name, particular field, you just can simply provide that field name before find by name and all. It will provide us with queries. It will write its own queries based on the method names we provide. Yeah, it extends some JPA technology. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. What will happen if an exception is thrown from a finally block? Do you know exceptions, right? We will have how will you handle exception?
Using try-catch block
Yes.
throws exception using these two ways. We can handle it by using try-catch blocks, and the second one is using the throws keyword. We will add it to the method signature, and these two ways we can add that. We can handle that exception.
Okay.
When an exception is thrown, the finality block, whatever the method that is calling that method which is having finality block which throws exception has to handle that exception.
Okay.
Or else we can also write try-catch in that finality block also. Whatever the method that is calling that method has to handle the exception that is raised, thrown at in the other method, called method.
Okay. What is final keyword? Where it is used for?
Final keyword to declare, when you don't want to change the property value of a property, then you will declare it final. We have to create constants in our Java classes. You don't want anyone to modify those values, right? Then you will declare that property as a final, and when you don't want to inherit the properties of a superclass also. If I have a method which is fine, which I don't want my subclasses to get those properties, then I will declare them as final. Then it will not inherit the properties. Subclass will not inherit the method, whatever it is. Whether it is methods or constructors or whatever it is, it will not inherit them.
Okay. What is deadlock in Java?
Deadlock in Java specifically, I don't know, but
when will it
be
ended?
In general, when multiple threads are accessing one resource, multiple threads, one resource, single resource, then it will lead to some deadlock.
Yeah, right. Okay. How can we get rid of this deadlock? You said right, two or more threads trying to access.
We can make it synchronized so that only one thread can access that resource at a time. Using that synchronized keyword, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay. In JSP, in ViewPart, what are all the technologies you are using?
We can use JSPs and HTML as well.
Have you used any templates for handling template engines like TimeLeaf, FTL?
TimeLeaf I have not used it, but I have used JSP for one of my sample projects,
Mm-hmm.
but not that much still. I just know how to use the JSP. When we were training, we did that project using JSPs. Timely family.
Have you worked with any microservices?
Microservices.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I work with microservices.
Okay.
Right?
One minute.
Process.
What are the main components of microservices?
What are
Main components. Or we can ask like this: why we are using microservices? What is the benefit of microservices? Yeah.
Okay. My, okay. Microservices, right? So before microservices, we have monolithic way of implementation, right? Where everything is embedded into one application, so that everything will be tied up into one application and implementing it. So when it comes to microservices, we will divide functionalities. Like based on that, we will create a microservice for that, and we will make all these microservices communicate with each other to share the data, so that it will provide us the desired output. Whatever the functionality that is done by monolithic applications, that is also will be done by the microservices. Microservices, yeah, this part. But that the main components will be like the controller we have. Like we have a controller, and we have a service classes, and we have repository classes. These are the three major components. Components means, I think you are only asking for this.
Okay. Yeah.
Components means,
Are you work with any repositories for handling the version of your application?
repositories. No, ma'am.
Okay.
I've used MySQL for my
Mhm.
personal applications.
Okay.
Whenever I want to develop an application, I use MySQL and S2 database.
Okay, Sudha. Yeah, I'm done with my interview. Yeah. Thank you.